Hello RuneScape member subscribers, there's literally 10,000 degrees here in Finland at the moment. If I look outside and there's water, it's boiling. Today is a special day. In a world where humanity's biggest problem isn't the weather but delivery trucks breaking down, there is one man with a mission to deliver every single goddamn piece of package and cargo left on the ground. Welcome to Death Stranding, where you are basically an UPS driver but with way more emotional baggage. Today we're gonna take a stroll through this post-apocalyptic masterpiece, where instead of fighting zombies and monsters, you fight against nature itself. Just like Amazon Prime, but even the delivery guy is a little bit broken. Grab your coffee, water, whatever, snack, sit back, relax, and get ready to carry more cargo than certain people during Black Friday. Oh, and by the way, try to figure out the story. Good luck with that one. We start off on the coolest bike of all time. I don't know how on earth can we drive this fast on this sort of terrain, but hey, who am I to judge? For some reason my guy tries to end my playthrough by driving off a cliff, but then gets caught in a rain of dying birds. Yeah, I totally know what's going on here. I proceed with my plan of driving off the cliff, but suddenly the woman from James Bond decides to get in my way. I decided to sit out the rain in this dark cave. I drop my shit and then the game hits us with the kinda unfortunate angle. Apparently the water falling from the sky burns you for some reason. Suddenly my guy stops and these invisible magic hands appear. Then the lady from James Bond gives me the jump scare from hell. We sit around together watching these magic hands walk around for almost 10 minutes, or at least it feels like it. After the hands go away, the lady introduces herself with the creepiest smile of all time. I don't know how much human contact does she have, but that's not the way. She proceeds to quote the voices in her head and then eat some bugs. I keep wondering which one is tighter, the soundtrack on this game or her pants. She hits the Lumbridge teleport and disappears. Then the game hits us with the most beautiful soundtrack of gaming history. I was actually tempted to just let this scene play out without any cuts, but we need to continue. I arrive to the City of Lights and drop off everything I was carrying. Some cool guy appears with this badass vehicle and tells me he has a corpse in the trunk he needs me to take a look at. I zip my pants when he tells me he needs help with the disposal of the corpse. The guy shows me he has a baby floating in this tiny bucket on his chest. Pretty normal stuff. The guy proceeds to yap me to death as we drive off the city. It must be Pride Month in Death Stranding town.
Rainbow.
The guy keeps pointing at the rainbow, hoping it goes away, and then tells his opinion on the woke culture.
Those assholes got us right where they want us. Get us out of here.
I fear for the American invasion as the guy starts spitting out oil. Our driver, being paid $2 an hour, decides to not to be a hero. The magic hands appear again and pushes off the road. Like a miracle, we all survive the crash. Our driver achieves his lifelong dream and grows old with his best bod. The magic hands appear again and apparently you need to be completely silent not to get killed. After the magic hands have been away for 2 milliseconds, our guy gives the most confident thumbs up. He pays the price for celebrating too early and acts surprised when he got caught. Some random guy ascends from the heavens and everything goes to shit. The guy hits the aimbot button, but it's no use. The guy is so ashamed of not hitting the shots, he stabs himself to death. I hold the baby and watch this absolutely ginormous creature lift everything off the ground. I wake up at the beach, naked, scared and cold, and then get hit with the most beautiful scene in gaming history. I don't know whose decision was it to make the intro this way, but you deserve a raise. Back at the city I meet all sorts of goofy characters who tire me out with their endless dialogue. Some big black dude appears and tells me he hasn't seen me in 10 years. Great to see that he's still rocking his stage name. He tells us our mother is sick and about to die. She on the other hand reveals to be the president of the whole country. Go figure. She tells me that the time is running out and I need to find Amelia. I have no idea what she's talking about since I'm at the fridge eating sausages during these cutscenes. Still somehow she manages to fall off the bed. She tells me that she loves me and then drops down dead. Sam dramatically watches his own mother die. I'm still at the fridge, eating sausages. My new friends tell me that we need to get rid of the corpse, and no one can know that the president has died. There's a crematorio at the top of the mountain. I need to get her there. Apparently the diehard man has a challenge to call me 10 million times before I get out of the city. I don't know which one is stronger, Sam's quads or the Finnish internet connections. I'm finally at the top and arrived to the destination. I lay the body to its final resting place. But things take a dark turn when another rainbow appears. You guessed it, it's the magic hands again. The diehard man activates the call number 2 million and tells me to get the hell out of here. This scene is actually pretty scary, but I'm happy that I built a tolerance through my years and years of playing horror games. We repeat this: walk slowly, hold your breath, walk slowly, hold your breath for a little while. I show the diehard man how it's done and take a shortcut through the waterfalls. When I get back to the city, the diehard man calls me to make sure I got there safe. They tell me it's a miracle that I got back in one piece, so basically they're admitting that they sent me on a suicide mission. I plugged the baby in, and yet another James Bond character appears. I think Bond didn't give him the password after all. I wake up from the most natural sleeping position of all time. While I'm in the shower, I find out that they are taking pictures of me to my OnlyFans without my consent. Understandably, I'm mad for not getting a cut. The diehard man congratulates me for a job well done, even though he tried his best to get me killed with his numerous calls. He introduces the new president, who is some pretty lady. I'm sure there was a whole election going on while I was away. This is a democracy after all, right? They start flexing with the coolest technology I have ever seen, and talk about dreams of building up America again. The United Cities of America. I'm still at the fridge, eating sausages. Mr. Midnight gets on hard on and makes an epic speech about rebuilding America. I listen nothing. I clean myself up, ready to go outside, but the diehard man introduces himself to me again, like we would have never met before, and gives out a final yap. Here I try the camera mode of the game to get a little break from the diehard man's endless calls. After taking 10 steps outside, the diehard man calls me again. Here you can witness my OCD truly kicking in when I need to pick up every single piece of cargo left on the ground. I pick up enough supplies for the whole city and use this post thingy to deliver them. When diehard man calls me 10 trillionth time, I'm beginning to suspect that his only job is to monitor me through the satellites and call me every single time he wants to. I swear to God, he's sitting at his desk with his hand on the phone, ready to act at any given point. I use the tiniest ladder I have ever seen to get up this mountain. I pile on even more goodies and decide to deliver it all before I head towards my objective. The citizens give me 1,000 likes after I deliver them 100 kilos of metal scraps. I rappel down the mountain with this rope, showing off my arm strength. But the real flex comes in here when I toss goddamn 63 kilos to my back with one hand. What a Chad. Yet another package delivered without any issues. I'm slowly building up my reputation as the greatest delivery man of all time. Here I found out that you can actually automatically sort your inventory the smartest way and not just build everything up like a lunatic. The guy at the delivery station is really happy to see me and proceeds to yap for around 2 hours. Here you can see diehard man getting jealous and making an emergency call. He wants to inform me about the new job they have for me, which includes walking around 100 kilometers in the rough terrain. At least I get the ability to use PCCs to build my own post boxes. The things I make the deliveries with. When I get to the build site, Midnight Man calls me and makes sure I got his previous call. The technology in this game really breaks every rule of physics. I'm trying to convince myself not to pick up every single piece of cargo I can see, but I just cannot help it. This is the one last delivery before I head out to my objective. On my way to the destination, something scans me, and I'm scared it's a rival delivery man. I decide to keep my distance, as I can see they are working in teams. I scan them back to show dominance, but then they see the cargo on my back and start chasing me. I run like the wind, but suddenly the mules get scared of something. It's the woke people. They are here again, and they have left their mark on the sky. I'm trying to escape, but at the worst possible time, the magic hands attack again. They try to track me to hell, but I realize I have some cargo left to deliver, so there's no time for that shit now. I fight. I fight for my life. I use my 99 level sneak to evade the rest of the invisible monsters. The gadget I bought from Temu is telling me that everything is okay now. The baby is doing fine as well, so it seems like the worst is behind us. To my surprise, I find out that the baby is actually struggling, so my greedy ass decides to pick up the last pieces of cargo from the other side of the river. When I finally get to the station, it's time to unpack this 1,000 kilos of cargo. The guy is wondering how I'm able to carry such a weight, but I'll tell him I'm doing it for the family. I get the grade S for stupid and carry on my day. After I recycle some shit I found on the ground, I'm getting hit by the biggest jump scare of my gaming life. I get to my room and connect the baby to the device to keep it happy. To avoid all human contact possible, the guy shows up as a hologram and not in person. Of course, I'm not lonely or anything. The diehard man has figured out my home number and still keeps calling me, even though I'm not on the clock. I check out my home video porno stash.
Nice.
Before I leave, I give the baby the soothing of a lifetime. He'll never forgive me for this. My new Temu order has arrived, and I can finally collect the crystals I've been seeing this whole game. I'm actually worried about my OCD, knowing that I have to pick them up. For some reason, me being the only delivery man in the whole existence, they still don't let me drive this bike. Talk about good job benefits. I run 10,000 kilometers to my next destination. Diehard man calls me again just to be a dick about it. Finally here in my destination. One more mountain to climb to get where I need to go. The place is packed with mules, and my job kit doesn't include a weapon. Damn budget cuts. I decide to hide in a bush and wait for them to get close. I can see the mule wearing a black mask, so I channel my inner police officer and start beating it. For some reason, carrying a whole construction site on my back doesn't even slightly limit my fighting skills. Case in point here. Like the feminist to society, I just keep piling shit on my back. Watching the map makes me realize that I've probably made a mistake since I'm carrying half a ton on my back. And there's a mountain to decline. Like a true hero, I decide to leave nothing. On the way back, I make sure to grab every single unnecessary crystal I can find. One final 500-meter run, and then I'm home. Clear, good, and well. I deliver a massive package and get 1,000 likes on my only recipients. And since a pay raise isn't an option in corporate America, I get new boots instead. I even return the crystals as well. Go figure. Yapping as price. I bend over and get ready to receive the biggest package of all time. The game apparently doesn't like me skipping the dialogues, since they sent the final boss for one last battle.